you don't love yourself enough. And what I mean by that is you don't love yourself enough to work out, to take care of your body, to take care of your mind, to take care of the stuff around you, and in turn take care of the other people around you. Because if you were loving yourself and you were taking care of your body and you were working out, being healthy, that would improve the lives of everyone else around you, because you're on your path to being the best version of yourself. And if you're the best version of yourself, you're going to make other people the best version of themselves. If you help yourself, you will help others. Now, you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be trying. Progress isn't a linear line. It's always a jagged line. You're going to have some places where you're down and you're feeling like you're not performing well. But you got to rebound and come back up. But that's the beauty of it, is that you can have those bad days and also have those good days. Those bad days make the good days. If you didn't have bad days, there would just be days. Every day would be good. It wouldn't even be good. It would just be a day. But you don't love yourself enough to go work out. Why is that? You'd rather choose instant gratification over a lifetime of hard decisions that make you into a better person. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female, life is hard, and it's supposed to be hard, and that's how you become better, is that you go through challenges to make you a better and more capable person. No one who's capable of anything got it just by being born with it. You don't get $1 million business just by showing up saying, okay, I guess I'll work today, throwing in a few things on the keyboard on the computer, getting $1 million business. No, you have to work day in and day out on that business and on the things that you know will help you and know will put you in a better position tomorrow. That's the whole thing with instant gratification, is that it's so easy to just pick the easy way out of situations. Oh, I don't want to wake up and go run. I'm already in bed. I already hit snooze 5 times. I might as well just go back to bed. The better version of you will get out of bed right when they need to, go for a run, and feel better afterwards, because they know they put in the work, the hard work that makes them a better person. See, you don't love yourself enough because you haven't spent enough time with yourself. Go on a run with no headphones and really listen to yourself in your mind. Because, yeah, you know yourself enough to an extent to be around yourself all day, around other people and around other things, around other noise. But do you know yourself enough when things get hard, what you're going to do to push past them? And, people make fun of David Goggins a lot, but he is right. So that when you turn the headphones off, you go for a run, you really get to know who you are, and you really get to push through things, because, no one likes running. No one goes out and says, oh, yes, I enjoy running. No, there's a greater purpose behind it. That purpose has to be building character. Purpose has to be building grit. Building a foundation in your mind that can push past any obstacle. See, it's never about the running. It's just about the ability of running. You can be good at running, but does your mind allow you to be good at running? Because it sucks to go and run. It's a lot of mental pain. Because it's so much physical pain, it transfers to mental, because you can stop at any time, but if you just don't let your mind control what you want to do, you just think of your future self, think of the people that depend on you. And even if you don't have any people that depend on you now, think of your kids in the future. You should want to be someone that your son grows up and wants to be like. That's what every father should be, is someone that their son wants to be like. I know my dad was definitely someone I want to be like. Maybe he's not a millionaire. Maybe he's not the best, most capable. Maybe he's not David Goggins or the most capable person in the world at every task. But he's a very hard worker. He's very smart, very organized. That is someone I want to be like. And that is who you should want to be for your son. You should also want, in a sense, to become that son or become that daughter, whatever. Become that child for your parents that they can say, I'm proud you were my kid, and not throw away the opportunities that God gives you every day to become someone. Because if you're just sitting here in life, going about your day, maybe I'll go to college, maybe I'll do a few homework assignments and then go back and watch some Netflix. There's not much purpose to that. You're not adding anything. What's the purpose to just going and sitting there watching a screen, watching what someone else has created, instead of going out and doing something with your life? And one of my clients he said straight up, he just didn't like going to the gym. Force him to go to the gym. Force himself to go to the gym every single time. And yeah, he didn't like it, but the feeling afterwards, the feeling that you get knowing you accomplished something that you didn't want to do, is just incredible. And if you've ever experienced that, you know what I'm talking about. But when you do something you don't want to do, you get a sense of accomplishment afterwards. I mean, you're just built into a new person because you know that you tackled a task that you didn't want to do, that wasn't appealing at all, but you still accomplished it. And that's what matters. So then you can go back the next time when you're struggling, you don't want to pick up the weights, you don't want to go another set, you don't want to go hit abs at the end of your workout. You just say, I made it through something worse before, so let's make it through this. You got to reach in your cookie jar. You have a cookie jar in your brain full of things that you've accomplished in your past. Things that are greater than the task at hand. And maybe it looks like they were, but then what you accomplish becomes your next cookie that you can put in the cookie jar. And you can always add things to it. So when times get tough, you say, I've been here before and I've struggled and I've made it through the struggle. So I'm going to reach in my cookie jar, pull out that cookie, and continue forward. But back to the main point, you don't love yourself enough to improve yourself. You don't love others around you if you're not taking care of your body. If you're overweight or you're unhealthy and you get sick all the time, it's because you're not taking care of yourself, and other people will see that. And when you see someone not taking care of the gift that God gave them, which is your body, it weakens my soul, because it's like you have so much potential to do something great, and you're just wasting it. I've seen people with the best genetics that, they could have been great at track, at sports, at lifting, and they just refused to put in the work. They always want to go and take the easy way out. They want to go home, sit on the video games, maybe watch a few TikToks, and then go to bed. That's it. Instead, why don't you go out, go try something new, go realize you're good at things, and then maybe you'll be a little bit happier than, just sitting on the video games, getting the cheap dopamine, and then waking up the next day and doing it again. And I mentioned genetics. Genetics don't even play a huge role in whether you want to look good or not. A lot of people think, I don't have good enough genetics to lift. I don't have good enough genetics to have a good physique or to be healthy or to be this, and that. It doesn't matter. Everyone's genetics are different, and you might not look like David Lade or a bodybuilder, but you can still be pretty darn fit. Everyone can get fit. It's the human nature to be fit. When you think back to like the Greek times and the Roman times and anywhere before that, people were fit. And now we have all this artificial food and, automations to make our lives easier. yes, they make our lives easier, but they take away some of those battles that would have made us more physically capable. Because, you know, you can go to the grocery store and get a pig, get some ham or some chicken or some beef. People had to go out and actually kill those animals before. And you're just sitting here, oh yeah, oh, I made some money this week. Let me go to the grocery store and buy some food. It's just sad how far we've come, and maybe it's for the better. I don't know, but it used to be so incredibly fit back in the days. But anyways, genetics don't play a role in how great you can become, because some of the best people don't have the best genetics. You know, everything is a mindset. Everything is a mindset of whether you can achieve what you want to achieve. It's just the will inside the person that allows you to push to those boundaries. No one wants to go beyond their boundaries because it's too hard and it's too scary. But like Tom Platt said, that's where winning is. That's where you become better. That's where you start doing things that matter, is when you're uncomfortable, when you go outside your boundaries. You don't love yourself enough to actually try. You don't love yourself enough, and you don't see enough potential inside yourself to actually go for the things that you want. You don't love yourself enough to achieve what you want to achieve because it's too hard. And when you look at someone who just wants it so bad, they're in the gym every day, they're out running in the morning, they're studying at nighttime. If they want it that bad, do you really think they're not going to achieve it? And if someone sat down and spent their whole entire life dedicated to solving a Rubik's Cube, do you not think at some point they would solve the Rubik's Cube and then they would solve it again and solve it again and just keep on getting better? That's the amount of work you need to put in. That's the mindset you need to have, is that it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because as long as you put enough work, smart work into stuff, not necessarily hard work, but smart and hard work, it's only a matter of time before you achieve what you want to achieve. As long as you go at it for long enough, you're going to conquer what you want to conquer, you know? So this is just my message that I want to get out to all of you guys. I don't know who's going to watch this video. I might only get 2 views from my grandma and my mom. But just keep on trying, and you need to like yourself and figure out who you are and figure out what you do when those tough times come. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. Stay tuned. Be throwing up some more videos here. Trying to start up the YouTube. So appreciate all of you, and we'll see you in the next one.